What's up everyone, Pennell here from OddsShopper, going with my 3 favorite prop bets over on PrizePicks for this weekend's race, the M400 MFan $400 at Pocono Raceway. As always, if you can leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel if you are brand new, and hit that bell so you get notified whenever we post new content on the channel, which happens all the time. Lots of good content coming out each and every single day from various other people across all other sports, so I highly recommend making sure you check it all out. And don't forget, if you are a new user over on PrizePicks, you can take advantage of the awesome promo that we have going on currently. If you use promo code AWESEMO over on PrizePicks, if you are a first-time depositor, you'll also get a free month of Stokastic plus Platinum to check out all the tools we have on the website, in addition to getting a instant deposit match bonus up to $100. So I highly recommend checking out PrizePicks. Lots of fun ways to win some money over there, up to 10 times your entry fees across all sports. So we have the tools to help you make the best decisions. But anyway, let's get into the favorite picks this weekend. And the first one I am looking to attack, it's going to be the Chase Elliott over fantasy points. Now, unfortunately, last night, this was at 39.5. It has now risen to 41.5, but I still feel like that number is a bit low for a driver that has not finished worse than second over the past month now. Harder to find a hotter driver in NASCAR currently than Chase Elliott, so I'm going to ride the hot hand with him. And he was also excellent in practice. And his numbers are basically projecting no dominator points for him. And as long as he gets a top 5 finish, if he's able to get up front at some point, he's going to pass this prop unless he has any issues during the race. But he's got a good pit stall. He has an open one in front of him, which should help him maintain or gain spots throughout the race. He's starting in third, so he's got good track position. Obviously, there's not much place differential upside, so he's going to have to pretty much hold his position or improve upon that. But I certainly think that's possible, especially with how well he's been running. Plus, his practice numbers were super impressive. He was the only driver to make a 15-lap run. Seems like he really likes his car. And the most impressive thing here about practice for Chase Elliott was that he had basically no fall off when it came to the 5, 10, and 15-lap intervals. A lot of drivers, yeah, they fall off quite a bit. They were able to make some long runs. Chase Elliott was able to pretty much maintain similar speed and similar lap times, which I thought was super impressive. So it seems like he has a really good long run car this weekend, which should be advantageous for him throughout the race. So I'm liking the over on Chase Elliott fantasy points this weekend. And moving on to my second prop I like the over on Kyle Busch fantasy points, currently sitting at 50.5. This is basically just a bet on him winning the race, leading some laps at some point, and finishing top 3. But I'm having a hard time seeing Kyle Busch not come out have a very excellent race here. Plus, you have the narrative on him this weekend because this is the M400 MFan 400. And if you don't know anything about Kyle Busch, he has driven the M&M car for quite some time. So we do have a narrative going there. And starting in P2, with Hamlin losing his pit stall selection, he actually has the best pit stall up front for this race. And he also has one of the best pit crews, so he should be able to maintain spots or at least stay out in the front for the majority of the race if he's able to get up front at some point. He was strong in practice. I think both him and Denny Hamlin are excellent plays up top, but I do trust Kyle Busch's team a little bit more throughout the duration of the entire race, and that best pit stall should help him get out front or stay out front throughout the race. So I definitely like Kyle Busch here. He's timed for the best odds to win this race in Vegas. I love Toyota. I love all the JGR cars this weekend. They seem to be the top dogs at similar track types this year. So Kyle Busch taking the over on his fantasy points, and I love him in all formats today, whether it's betting, DFS, or PrizePicks props. And the last prop that I am eyeing is the Kevin Harvick under 12.5 cars past prop for Sunday's race. And I know it's kind of scary here. Kevin Harvick has good name value. He's also very good at Pocono. He's been running pretty well recently. But at the intermediates this year, while he does have some great finishes, an average finish right around 10th place, he also has an average running position of around 16th and a half. Which means he's been running okay, but he's kind of getting lucky just avoiding wrecks and grabbing good finishes, which there's nothing wrong with that. But the numbers would suggest there is regression due in those finishes that he is getting. And the Stewart-Haas cars and really Ford in general are pretty slow in practice this weekend, and it resulted in some pretty poor qualifying times as well. Like Harvick was P30 in the one lap in practice, hanging out with some junker cars in the back. I don't think he's going to be a P30 car during the race, but I do think he can struggle to get that top 12, top 15 finish. Because for him to hit this prop, he's basically got to finish inside the top 11, which might be a tough task because I don't think the Fords really have the pace this weekend. It looks like the Chevys are going to be fast, and obviously Toyota looks like they're going to be very fast as well. So with the Fords potentially struggling, Kevin Harvick finishing close to the top 10, which is currently even money, I'm not a huge fan of that. So I like taking the under on Kevin Harvick. So just to recap, I like the Chase Elliott over fantasy points. That's currently sitting at 41.5. I like the Kyle Busch basically bidding on a win here for over 50.5 fantasy points. And I like the under on Kevin Harvick Cars Pass, which is sitting at 12.5 as of right now. And as I always say, I like using flex plays for my prize picks over on NASCAR because there's a lot of variance in this sport. I realize the upside isn't as high, but hitting 2 out of 3 is much easier than hitting 3 out of 3 because a flat tire or something stupid at any point during the race can definitely derail one of these plays. But I appreciate you guys watching. Leave a like and subscribe on your way out. Hit that bell so you're notified whenever I post new content, and I'll see you all next week.